What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Chris, aka The Capital Connect, and in today's video, I'm going to be going over how you can increase your win rate from day to day. Stay plugged in, man. This is going to be a good one. So what I'm about to show you guys is going to be really for my scalpers, simply because I myself am a scalper. However, the concepts and what I am about to teach, you can apply this to any trading style, right? Whether you're an intraday trader, swing trader, like you can apply this universally across all the trading styles, right? But just for this video, since I am a scalper, I'm going to do it from a scalping perspective. Now, what I'm going to be talking about today is how you can conduct a top-down analysis of the charts. Now, this is something that I know a lot of people struggle with. I know that because I used to struggle with it. And, you know, when it comes to things that we struggle with, we typically like to act like we don't need them or we don't care about them. And I know that was me for the longest time, especially as a scalper. I was like, I only care about my entry time frame. I don't care about any other time frame, but you kind of got to care about every other time frame simply because you never want to trade against the higher time frame. Like, you never want to do that. You're just asking yourself to lose. And there were plenty of times where I lost and I didn't necessarily have to lose had I just looked at a higher time frame. So in this video, we're going to be going over in depth how to actually conduct a top-down analysis. Now, to start, I always start on the daily time frame. Now, what am I looking for on the daily time frame? I am looking for, are we at a point of interest, right? So whether it be an order block, a fair value gap, major support and resistance, like whatever the case may be, I'm trying to figure out where we are, like on the daily time frame. Like, are we at a huge point of interest? And so for this example, I'm going to be looking at AUD USD from today, actually. So as we can see here from today, like, what do I see clearly here? We have an order block sitting right here, right? Order block, supply zone, whatever you want to call it. But we got an order block sitting right here. And not only that, I see that we're respecting it. So by the way, I got this in replay mode, so we can do this in real time, right? So as of right now, I'm seeing that we're rejecting off of an order block. So after I see that we're rejecting off a higher time frame point of interest, I'm gonna drop down to the 4 hour. So from the daily to the 4 hour. Now, what do I see on the 4 hour? So knowing that we're rejecting off a higher time frame point of interest, I'm going to be looking for things that's going to confirm my bias for the day. So what do I see that's of prominence on the 4 hour time frame? Well, the only clear thing to me is this. We just broke structure to the downside, right? So as we can see, man, we've been pushing up, right? Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, right? And then all of a sudden, boom. Last week, I told you guys what an MSS was, right? In my video, I think it was on Friday. So we get a market structure shift on the 4 hour time frame, right? That is a big deal. That lets me know that, okay, the market may be getting ready to shift to a bearish market. All right, that's what I got from the 4 hour. Now let me let me just take these drawings off real quick. Now let me go to the 1 hour. So after I go to the daily, I go to the 4 hour, then I go to the 1 hour. Right now, when I'm on the 1 hour, what do I see? I see that we are in a downtrend, right? We went from being in an uptrend to a downtrend. So instead of breaking highs, right, we're breaking lows. We broke this low. We broke this low, right? We broke these lows. So everything is pointing to me selling, right? Everything is pointing to me selling. And even if I go to the 15-minute from here, which is what I typically do, but I see that we are, of course, still in a downtrend. So like I said, everything is pointing to me being bearish for the day. So when I go to my entry time frame, which is the 5-minute, right, I am going to look for anything that is going to tell me, hey, Chris, this is a good time to sell. So let me play this out to actually get to today. Sorry about that, y'all. My trading view just started tripping out of nowhere. But anyway, here we are, 3 a.m. London session this morning, right, on Wednesday. So what I'm looking for now on my entry time frame is areas that are good for me to get in for a sell. Why? Because on the daily chart, we're rejecting a daily order block, right? Supply zone, whatever you want to call it. On the 4 hour, we did a market structure shift. On the 1 hour, right, we're in a downtrend, breaking structure to the downside. And on the 15-minute, we're clearly in a downtrend. So everything is pointing to me selling today. Now, on the 5-minute, I'm just looking for good places to get in. So I'm not gonna lie, from right here, I'm not really seeing anything that I would like. So I might just drop down to the 3-minute chart, right? So dropping down to the 3-minute, what do I see? Let me play this out a little bit. First thing I see is this. I see we got a BPR right here, right? This is just a balanced price range. That's what the BPR stands for. So BPR, guys, for those of you that don't know, is when you have a fair value gap, a bullish fair value gap and a bearish fair value gap overlapping each other. So as you see here, candle 1, 2, 3 in the 3 candle sequence, right? It's candle 1, candle 2, candle 3. Here's a bullish fair value gap, and then we have a bearish fair value gap right here, candle 1, candle 2, candle 3. So they're overlapping each other. That is what we call a balanced price range. So I see we got a BPR right there, and then I see that we have, you know, a premium discount, you know, fib that we can draw. Now, what is a premium and discount area? So all a premium and discount area is if you use your Fibonacci tool, okay, draw it from the swing high to the swing low, right? Or from the swing low to the swing high, either one, right? Anything above the 50% level is premium. Anything below the 50% level is discount. So what I see here is that we got a BPR and premium. So I could have taken this trade in London session if I had a broker that I liked. I could have taken this trade in London session, right? Have my stop either above the fair value gap candle, above the 3 candle sequence altogether, or just above the swing high. You know, this wasn't really a big stop, so I probably would have just had it, you know, right there at the swing high. And I could have been targeting opposing, you know, lows. Why? Because I know I'm going with the higher time frame. So instead of just targeting the most recent low and only getting a little bit over a 1-to-1, you know, I could have targeted this low down here, you know, and that would have gave me a 1-to-2. If I play this out, we can see that we get tapped into, and then price just drops right there into our TP. So that's one way. Now let me go ahead and move up to New York session. So moving on to New York session, right? Looking at the 5-minute chart, which is my typical entry time frame, I don't see much. So I might just drop down to the lower time frame, like the 3-minute again. So all I'm going to be doing is waiting on a good area for me to get in, whether it be a fair value gap entry or a order block entry, right? Or, you know, supply zone. So let me just go ahead and play this out a little bit and see what we get. Okay, so I see we got a nice little order block here, right? Or supply zone, right? Got a nice little supply right here. That is a good supply. Why? Because we broke structure, right? We broke these lows sitting right here, right? We broke those lows. So all I'd be doing is just waiting for price to get back up to here, right? Entering aggressive, as always. Y'all know how I do. We entering aggressive, right? Targeting, you know, the recent low, whatever that low may be. Okay, we get tapped in right there, and then my first target would be right there at that recent low. But again, knowing that I'm going with the higher time frame, that may make me just confident, you know, to hold it to all these lows sitting down here. Like maybe I would want to hold it to, you know, London session low to take out that liquidity. And so this is how you guys can start framing out your target, start figuring out what your daily bias is, start figuring out, you know, whether you should be bullish or bearish for the day on a particular pair or instrument. Like this is something that I used to avoid, bro, like the plague. I used to hate doing top-down analysis. However, it's not as bad once you realize or once you understand how to do it. Like the only reason why I hated it was because I didn't understand it. So I hope that this video really just kind of simplified how to do it. I feel like that's the most simple explanation on figuring out how to do a top-down analysis as a scalper in general. But like I said, this applies to whether you are, you know, an intraday trader or swing trader, right? Take these same concepts. You might have to go up a little bit higher on the time frames, but take these same concepts and apply it to your trading, and I guarantee you that it'll help you with framing your bias for the day and figuring out, you know, which setups you're going to be looking for and which setups you are going to be, you know, ignoring. So I hope this video helps you guys out, man. I actually didn't even play this out for y'all to see if this even took out London's low, but I'm pretty sure it did, you know. I'm pretty sure it did. Let me go ahead and play this out a little bit. I gotta click it, bro, because if I hit play, like it just messes it up. I don't know what happens. But yeah, see, we end up taking out London's low. you know, from that order block, only 3 minutes. So I hope this video helps you guys out, man. I hope it really clarified and simplified, you know, how to do a top-down analysis in order to help frame, you know, what you're going to be looking for the day. As always, if you have any questions, just go ahead and comment them down below. But that's all I got for this video, man. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. I'm gone.